Oh, shit, yeah, dead end. What the hell? So much food. What the heck's going on here? HWBT crates plus esoteric stove. At the end of the sewer path, you encounter a stove. Around it sit some crates and what looks like a ragged bedroll. Is that a freaking alligator? This is a camp. Who camps in the sewers? We got ourselves a big sewer rat here, big enough to camp and cook. Goblin looks around the dark, damn tunnel. I don't like this one bit. Is it normal to camp in a place like this? No, cleric. Norvik sewers are notoriously dangerous. Feel the stove. It is not entirely cold. Recent, huh? Look around. Some rats scurrying around the corners, nothing else. What are these crates? Leaning in, you see symbols hatched into the corners of the wood. HWBT. Huh. Goblin inspects them as well. We've had shipments going missing on water lane in periods. Now I know where they end up. He taps the crate. Spices. Taps another. Potatoes. Yeah, it's food crates. Food? Just food. Over time it's been a lot. Yeah, these crates hold food. Why food? Where would they get these crates from? Why food in the sewer is a foolish question. Obviously the rats are eating it. Due to the esoteric nature of the city below, this sewer lane must be transformed them into ruthlessly intelligent criminals. Criminals hell-bent on taking over this crumbling city of yours. Been trying to nail this thief for a while. Figured it was just some organized thing. Considering the size of this hall, it's got to be. Why food? You know, I've been asking myself that very question, and I could never have quite figure it out, but look. Goblin shoves the loose lid of the crate, revealing an empty inside. Oh god, there's a mega monster down here! It's either that or... Hold on, a mega monster? Is that an official classification? It is now. I don't think you have that authority. Of course you do. Of course I do. I'm the cleric. Right. Being a cleric shaped the way you see the world. A hunter. So what do you propose? Should we guard and see if they come back? Possibly. We could also get backup. I know we're on the tea shop mission, but... Quest. What? The tea shop quest. Right, anyway. This is kind of a big deal for the halfways. Lady Sages will be happy to finally see this thorn cut down. We should go get backup. Yeah, probably for the best. I somehow have the feeling that whatever is eating all of this won't be too happy about us finding the stash. Comes creeping. Honestly, this whole thing is creeping me out. You're telling me? You've heard this phrase before, don't comment on it. I am, Snell. I just did. No, it's a saying. Saying or telling. You're still just narrating. It's quite strange. No, it's a saying. Anyway, right behind. Oh, God! You ever thought to check the sewers? Of course not. It's not even connected to water lane, except for, like, water flow, and that's... He stops and squints at the water. At the water. Those motherfuckers. You see what they're doing? Glare at him, slack-jawed. They've been dumping crates into the water flow, then catching them down here, probably with a net or something. The goblin glances around the tunnel. Diabolical. I'd be impressed if it wasn't my job to keep track of this shit. Your very flesh. Behind you. Your companion gasps for air as he glances back. Trade hungers. He has a little possum. A little rat friend. Turn around. The goblins are in the movie, sling loaded, spinning, aiming. To see hunt come to crave, how good. What is that? You watch the hulking mass of flesh and wet scales rising from the shadows of the sewer. It towers over you, its gaping maw widen into what could be constructed as a mocking smirk. Oh god, we gotta roll initiative. Oh no. Okay, I'm still technically ahead. Earth bless your soul. Snell's sling creates an incredible sound echoing down the tunnel. He lets his stones fly in a powerful blast. The projectile hits Monster right in the neck, causing him to let out an angry growl. This is your dragon. You must stand tall as it consumes you. You are food. There's not much time. If there's a chance to de-escalate, it's now. Stop, we come to bargain. It stares at you with cold, blank eyes, yet it does not strike. The goblin hesitates. Inches away, the croc creature makes a deep growling sound. No hunt? No struggle? Grah! Fight, struggle like rabbit. Oh no! He gives you a shove with his claws. The goblin sends a quick glance between the two of you. Raise your fists and throw a punch. No! Heal, heal! Oh my god, that works so well. With determination and resolve, you take a decisive step forward and you throw a punch at the beast. However, you're only able to strike with a thick hide that absorbs the punch like nothing else. The grin upon its maw widens even further. Yes. The croc brings forth a jagged meat cleaver. A horrific weapon to behold if wielded by a man. Held by this beast, it is doomed. The hunt is on. This psychopathic monster just loves the thrill of the hunt over everything else. Take that from him, you take away the fun. It swings the hatchet, missing your stomach by an inch. Almost spilled. Keep attempting to dodge. Do I give in? No, I'm gonna dodge. Nat 20! The second strike also goes right past your flesh. You're a rabbit escaping slaughter. Kraid enjoys. Then he squints at you, lets out a grunt, and lowers the weapon. Huh? Your companion takes a step back while keeping a wary eye of the beast. Gah! Kraid is bored. You are a cleric, no? The goblin takes a deep breath and he hisses at you under his breath. Do not push your luck. Yeah, I am the cleric, yes, get it right. The croco beast tails whips around, sending dust up into your face. Do not be trouble. And Kraid will not be trouble. The beast lumbers over to the encampment. You look, taking heavy breaths. Snell leans in on his knees. He appears to be shaking, adrenaline running out. Weak knees, dizzy skull. Kraid sits down on a crate in front of the little stove top. Hunt is done for daytime. Now it is rest and cooking. Gulp and approaches camp. Okay, so friend. The hulking beast looks at you with a deep hunger. Your gut biome quivers. Kraid greets human. I found this rat. Show him the white rat. The monster stares at you as you hold up the white rat in an uncomfortable grip. Kraid sees that. There are 5 of them. They make a lot of noise when they come around. Put the rat back in your patch. I guess I'll have to find all 5 rats then. But why? It's a quest. Who gave you this quest? I'm not sure. And you should probably reconsider before you head on a rat hunting mission, since nobody has promised you any pay for it. So yeah, think about that. Kraid keeps on grilling. What do you hunt down here? Many things. Kraid dive and stalk. This is a wild land below, far deep dark. You find anything good down here? Yes. Kraid takes many trophy, from big chicken to little drake, and those of many teeth and eye. Most are not tasty, some very. He glances at your companion. You? The goblin does a comically loud gulp. He tries to play it off nice. Little green man, you are not tasty and not even fun to hunt. But you look spicy. He holds up a hand and a stern face. I can assure you, I am not. But not above here, right? You stay out of the city? Yes. Kraid hunts in wilds, urban sprawl is too easy. When Kraid has mission, the hunt begins. Mission? The croc smirks. Kraid say nothing. The goblin leans towards you and whispers, don't. Great, good to know. Have you seen a man in yellow going past here? Kraid has seen this, yes. Oh, you have? Yes. Kraid saw a human in yellow go past. Kraid meant to eat such fancy human, but the human was fast and turned invisible before Kraid could approach. Huh. Kraid did hear fancy human speak to self while walking past. Human said, where is the damn secret passage again? A secret passage? Where? Kraid does not know. So we went into the dungeon? Fancy human came from southern caves going into dungeon. Yes. Are you lying to me? Kraid does not need to lie. Alright, thanks for the info. Snell, what should we do about the crate situation? Honestly, he whispers to you, it's not a good idea to start shit here. The whole stolen shipments thing is an issue, yes, but the halfways do not have the resources to deal with this solid unit of a beast right now. What if I ask him to stop? The goblin gives you a surprisingly neutral expression. Politely? Very politely. Go ahead, play high-risk alligator picker. Why not? Come up with a persuasive argument? Yeah, sure. Hell yeah. Right. You're battling against a hungry beast here, but not only just that, you're also facing what can only be described as a connoisseur. You're kidding. Not this time. You'll need to offer a bargain, some better, nicer cooking supplies than the average HWPT stock. Ah, you mean... Oh, yes, you mean... Kraid, I wish to inform you that you are getting subpar goods here. Subpar? Those crates, they're all from the Halfway Bridge tribe. If you're looking for better goods, I would strongly suggest focusing on another target. The beast leans in and glares at you. Kraid wished to know where would better goods be found. Tell him about the dwarven vessels. They won't miss a few crates. As long as you do not sell at the city supply lands, then it's fine. I'm not going to do the dwarves. Free Shredders have a warehouse in Water Lane. City's official imports go through the bottom view, you know, on the other side of Water Lane. He growls. They have better, fresher goods and more exotic stuff, too. You'll definitely want to focus on them instead of these cheap goblin crates. Maybe Kraid will... This supply is getting stale. He turns back to his stove with a deep snicker. Nice job, the goblin whispers to you. That's probably as much as we could have hoped for. Redirection. So you're a chef, eh? Yes. Kraid is hungry. Kraid offered Slog Dog. The beast holds out one of the strange sausage-shaped meat pieces. Slog Dog. Slog Dog. Slog Dog? Stare at the meat. Slog Dog. It is Slog Dog, yes. You want a Slog Dog, Snell? I'm good. A sausage. I've eaten a lot of those. Not this type. Inspect the meat first. You spend a few seconds looking it over. But you cannot tell what it's exactly made of. Eat the food. Hell yeah. You wrap your glove hand around the sausage with a firm grip. The Slog Dog speaks to you. The Slog Dog wants to be consumed. Gobble it. It goes down quickly, but the flavor catches up to you quickly. It is harsh, spicy, and rotten. Feel like puking? You groan, the flesh is down, but it might be coming up. A deep cackle escapes the maw of the beast. Kraid sees Cleric enjoy Slog Dog. Does Cleric feel benefit? Benefit? Oh, huh? Whoa! Begin shaking. What is happening? Cleric? Good. Slug Dog worked magic. Kraid is master chef. Slug Dog is specialty. Cleric can stomach. Cleric gets strong. Holy shit, you feel as if the natural world is growing within your gut. A glorious unity between earth and mammal. The great wave of the primal sprouting, dancing, kicking. You are now ready. Ready? You are ready to join the wilds of Ascani. This is your path, the natural path. You are a barbarian. Snell covers his ears to protect his hearing. Cleric is energetic. How does Cleric feel? Take a breath. I feel perfectly okay. Average, even. Oh, might be a first for you, I assume. Good. Kraid help Cleric. Like Viskin say. Viskin? Kraid cannot say more. It gives you a wide smile. Cleric has friend. Right, a friend. Crocodile just smiles at you. Ominous. I'm not sure checking out Viskin is a great idea, Cleric. I suggest staying away. Old lady will say the same. But hey, it's up to you. Alright. My goat. The Slog Dog killed you? I guess I'm just a different kind of beast. What can I say? I failed the roll and immediately died. I think I've only died once. Like I've had to do death saving rolls, but I don't think I've actually died yet. Other than the one time the crab got me. All right, Kraid. Good to see you, pal. Nice meeting you. It was the crab hiding off the side of the wall. Yeah, it gripped my finger and I couldn't get it to let go. Whoa. Yeah, it also killed you. The door closes behind you. Shit. Your companion lets out an audible gulp. Gulp. Gidzeldeba. Brusolda sheni patiasani solisvis. Sorry? The words change tone and intensify, mimicking your own way of speech. Two have stepped into the 5th chamber of trials. This will be your final and most mounting challenge yet, O champion of the host. If outside again you wish to see, answer me these questions 3, the answer of which I shall judge fairly upon thine soul. Who will take the first step? Damn, why'd you have to pick the scary red light cow room? You must take the first step to answer 3 questions to finish the 5th trial. What a conundruming riddle. Raise a hand. Me? The light lands upon you. First question. Get ready. What is your name? Whoa, deja vu. Lean over to Snell. I What should I say? The goblin thinks about it for a second, then he whispers back, I don't think bovine folk are known for either trick questions or riddles, so... The light blinds you for a moment and you feel the chamber shake. What is your quest? To solve the mystery of the tea shop that blew up. Again, the eyes of the cow glare into a fiery beam. What is your greatest fear? To be abandoned. For a third time, you feel that rumble along with the hot gaze of the Minotaur, and then turns to your companion. The chosen will be you. Snell in response gives a shocked scoff. That's easy. Yeah, this is pretty stupid. All that build up for nothing. At least the cows know how to put on a show. The goblin stands up straight, facing the light. Go ahead, Guardian, ask your questions. What is your name? My name is Snell. He enunciates perfectly. The eyes of the statue grow stronger once more. What is your quest? You catch him glancing at the side for a second. My quest is... Be quiet and hope the goblin doesn't fuck this up. My quest is to serve Lady Sageleaf. Again, it rumbles and you get to the crescendo of that final third question. Nothing bad yet, very nice. Snell looks confident. What is the scholarly definition of numinism? His face drops. Panic. He does not know. It is the rule of the gods. Squat down and attempt to show Snell what numinism means. The goblin has his eyes fixed on you as you hold up your hands. Pretend to pray, then pretend to be a big, strong earth, then pretend to show how people congregate into cultural units underneath God Kings during the Divine Era. His eyes are full of panic as you spend precious seconds waving your hands around. But just to be clear, your miming here is on point. Unfortunately, he opens his mouth to speak, still staring at you dumbfounded. What the fuck are you doing? Oh. Beneath you, a sea of spikes. Oh, scramble to grab anything. No. Microseconds, that's what you've got. But somehow you do manage to stretch out, sprawl out with your hands landing on rough stone in your feet. Well, let's just say you're in a... You're in a bit of a shitty position right now. Oh, God. Let's just drink this in. Do not move. You want me to stay like this? Just a bit longer. The goblin attempts to take a step down your lower back. You feel your feet slip an inch. Whoa! Shit. Your entire body is quaking. You cannot hold this for long. Okay, new plan. I don't have... cast Spider Climb. I don't have Spider Climb prepared. You don't have Spider Climb prepared? Why would I have Spider Climb prepared? I don't know. Why would you? I actually can't think of a single useful situation for it. Stop this bickering. It's time to act. Take responsibility for the safety of this party. Climb. Hold out. Let him climb off. Wait, if you feel it holding on, won't that kill you right away? You will hold on. Okay, I'm gonna hold out while Snell climbs off. Tell him, you can hold. Snell, do it, I can hold. Fuck it, fine. After a moment of deliberation, the goblin then scrambles up your back using your helm as a stepping stone and then leaps to the edge of the pit. But the flesh is firm. His claws find purchase in the stone. He pulls himself up. Okay, I'm out. A few agonizing seconds later, climb up on the side. The voice starts up again as you do. You have braved the pit of wrong answers. Breathe and stand. Wobbly but firm. You stand. Holy crow, dude. Step forth and claim your prize, the plundered eye. I hate this place so much. Your companion mutters to himself. Again, just to reiterate, Snell says across the gap, this place is somewhat dangerous. Divine rule. Numinism is when walking gods rule. Well, I don't know that. Why would I know that? Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know that. The goblin gives you a frustrated but ultimately relieved sigh. The statue is now entirely silent, and you hear an esoteric boom coming from the drawer between its legs. Well done, the Minotaur's riddles are properly conquered. How morose. Awesome, let's see what kind of bling this cow is hiding. Let's check it out. It's that eye, right? Yeah. Incense bowl. Mind if I do? Nah, let's put that back. Cool. Well, that worked out. Alright, well, we are... Where was that chamber? See you, Kraid. Let's see if I can remember where that chamber was that had the eye. Slog dog. Dude, the slog dog, it hit, dude. Let me tell you, human. Also, human, hope you're having a good day. It's good to see you. What the fuck is a slog dog? If you don't know, you probably can't afford it. I don't know what it was, but it was amazing. That's the beauty of it. No one really knows what's in the slog dog. Only Kraid is the one who cooks it up, and I'm just slopping it up. Okay, where the fuck was that room? Silly Sona will remember that. Right. It went past Moongore. Let me save really quickly. The human, I hope you're doing good, dude. Hope you're enjoying this game. Oh, Sil, if you're still here, I got that. What was it? The Young and Dumb feat. That conversation was incredible. Because it's like, yeah, it do be like that. Let Esoteric Ebb explain how men get radicalized in our current societal system. Sweet. Alright. Let's check out the empty eye. Lion's stony head glares at you with that one sunken dark eye. So we got the gemstone. Carefully you guide the Jason into the perfectly sized hole. Once close enough, it's like a magnet. It gets sucked in. You hear a strange noise in the wall. Oh boy. Oh gods. The goblin gasps for air, unable to speak. Look to your left. Oh. Begin to shake due to a slightly delayed adrenaline kick. You would have died had the final blade not been blocked by those vines. And Snell would have died if he had just stood a bit further back or to the left. Fuck. The goblin is actually shaking. What? We were so close to just like dying. Look at these things. You'd be cut in half. Are you aware of that, cleric? Yeah, maybe. We'll see in a bit. I've heard a delayed response is normal in these situations. Heard about a guy that got an arrow through his skull once, like straight through. Like this fucking guy, he just kept on walking like nothing happened. Like he was just, with a brass crack, the front of the shrine pops out of place. The goblin jumps. A deep rumbling voice echoes through the chamber as Lion's skull begins floating out of the shrine along with a ghostly halberd. El vigilante royo de Criblanca castigara tu. Then the skull falls to the ground, stares it to the rolls to the side. Is that it? I'm not sure. He glances around, scanning for threats. Some kind of ghost? Ghost failure? There we go. The undead spirit of this heretical temple has been vanquished. Huzzah! Yeah, great job. Skull's on the ground before you, and that halberd is just floating there, all ghost-like. Loot them, come on. Guess I'll check them out. Yeah, give me the ghost halberd. Hell yeah. You kneel to look down at the cat-like skull on the ground. Hello? No response. What's your thoughts on this, Snell? My head's as empty as that skull, cleric. Can we go? Okay, I'll leave you to it. You approach the ancient shrine. What's that light from the ceiling? It's an illusion. Do not mind. It is absolutely not the sun. Nod your head. Leave. Oh, I can't even go in? Okay. I guess we can go back out to Water Lane. Put these barrels here. Aha! Okay. Hi, Misha. Misha, good to see you. Hope you have good lurks. Wait a second. I need to check. What? I need to double check what time I'm working tonight. This will determine when I leave for work. Or when I end stream, actually. Okay. Work at 5. So we got like another couple hours-ish. Wait, no, I can't get out here. Fuck. Bro, I'm so lost. Alright. It only took me 2 streams to figure out how to run, so I'll take that as a win. I heard a rat. I think he's in here. You approach a crate full of sand. They've imported sand to Norvik for what, glass blowing? Inspect the crate. Appears unmarked. The lid has been tossed behind it. As you glance around, something moves. The sand, it moved. Touch the sand. Your glove hand trails across the surface. The sand shifts slightly at your touch. Pull back. Go deeper. You dive in with your whole hand, fingers first. This one does not. And you feel a tug, a grip, and finally a pull. Wait, Cleric, what are you? Your shoulder is almost pulled out of its socket. Cleric! Struggle. You manage to keep it from engulfing most of your arm, but in the process, the sand grabs onto the front of your helmet. Your face is now sinking. Try to scream. You cannot. There is sand in your mouth. Fight it. You grab the rim of the crate with both hands. Ooh, Shayla, I gotta listen to that. But as you put your adrenaline-filled arms to work, you feel energy being sapped from your veins. You are being sucked out of your skin. It's vampire sand? As you keep pushing, you realize you could get out at this point. However, you would have to leave the helm behind. Damn it, try to keep your helmet on. Your muscles turn to mush as you stop to struggle. Come on, you bastard. Keep trying. Escape without losing your helmet. Nat 20! You grab the rim of the crate with both hands. I will not die in this crate. Filled with pure fires of adrenaline, your muscles creak and your bones crack. And it pays off within seconds. The rock-hard grip of the sand loosens, then it drops entirely. You swing your head back, filling your lungs with air as a trail of sand follows you. With an instant, the sand snaps back into the crate, not a single grain dropping to the floor. You stumble back. The goblin lets out a relief sigh. I knew that sign would be trouble. Glancing over the crate, you see its content now lies still like nothing happened. What was that? That, cleric, is a crate of mosquito scent. Without explaining further, the goblin sneaks up behind the crate and grabs the lid. Moving more carefully than you've ever seen him move before, he gently places the lid on top of the crate once more. Something must have startled it to make it push open the lid like that. He wipes some sweat from his brow. What would it have done to me if, from what I understand, it would have choked you, drained you of blood, and slowly mushed you inside that crate? Sounds like a good weekend. Now let's leave it the fuck alone. Okay. Bro, I almost died. I guess we can leave. Biscuit? Lost. I heard multiple people mention Viskin though, so I'm like, what's he up to? No good, clearly. Alright, let's check and see if the duck is still there. Because I still got like an hour to kill. Hey, buddy. The Iron Tin Can Nightman dude does not acknowledge your presence. Nah, you got nothing new. Okay. Bye. You're really cool. I have a cool ethereal weapon now. Do you want to comment on it? No? Okay. Bye. Still got an hour to kill. Alright. Where the fuck is that? Is the owner, dude? What the hell is this? Oh. Well, I didn't get mugged today. Well, I almost got assassinated, but I didn't get mugged this time. It's neither here nor there, though. I'm gonna trifle this guy. Cleric, sorry, I'm busy. Yeah, don't notice what I just tried to do. the fuck do I get down there? Let's talk to this guy. Oh, hey. Are you a scholar? Oh, you're interested in the arts. It's kind of my job, yeah. I was trained in the knowledge back in the Three Wings. I know many things. No time to talk or share. Busy. If you want scholarly teachings, go speak with my upstairs neighbor. A gnome never stops talking. Oh, Snare? He's not a gnome. He's a halfling. You know him. Good. And I will not learn the differences between gnomes and halflings for the same reason you people call my kind bird folk, clumping us together with the foul feathers of the darker bands. Fear mostly. Spite. Understandable. Alright, thank you for your time. Alright, let's go talk to the halfling. He waves a hand in front of him. Life is pain. Now what do you want? We were attacked by an assassin? Seems like a cult thing. Yeah. Had this iron mask on, real creepy. Ah. Cult are not as common these days, but a few still spring up from time to time, of course. What did the mask look like? Green? Green? Oxidized copper, maybe? Had lines across it? Seems esoteric. Definitely esoteric. Definitely esoteric. And a dagger, a wavy yellow thing. Basically, he ran at us and tried to stab us, and well, something magical was going on, too. Then he got away before we could get answers, after he failed to kill us, or at least the cleric. Not a cultist. No? Doesn't sound like it. Not any organized thing, at least. Sounds more like some lone actor, he sniffs. Cultists move in groups. They kidnap rather than kill. They wear matching uniforms like some fucking theater performance. All the cults I know, Esu's Dragon Cult, the Cult of Elemental Evil, the various Titan cults, and all the borderline cults for the evil walking gods. This could be a new one, or some minor cult history has overlooked. More likely this is a radicalized spellcaster, or a follower of some magical creature if he's draped in some magical gear. It's more likely a professional hit. Does anyone want you dead? Clearly, no clue why though. The halfling barely listens to your comment and touches his mustache. Perhaps a warlock. Goblin winces at hearing the word. But for what patron? A fake creature or some aberration? Who knows? You should be careful though. That kind of magic is deadly at best. Right. Good. Right. Good info. Slightly horrifying, but good info. We'll keep that in mind if we run into him again. You do that, and my tip: strike before he gets off any dark magic on you. As the old legionnaires say, rather a blade in the belly than a curse on the balls. He's laughing. Someone's either trying to kill you, and he's laughing. Who are you voting for in the election? I am a filthy Asgalist. Good choice. It is an acceptable choice. The green banner is flown in a strange context here in this Republican wet dream of ours. Asgalism is supposed to be about abolishing the entire structure of hierarchy. That history is driven by economic struggle, specifically the clash between classes. Asgal's end goal is a classless, stateless society where everyone's equal. But looking at the Nornviki and Asgalis, it's clear to me that they long ago let this goal slip past. Look at them. They're shaking hands with the establishment, trying to find a peaceful solution, they say. Peace is good. Peace is good, he repeats, tasting the words. It is good. Look, the hairy halfling mutters. Genuine change, true change needs a truly revolutionary break with the existing order. There's no doubt about that. Incremental reforms, small changes within the capitalist system will always fail to address its fundamental contradictions and injustices. My time in Reeds made that clear to me. But always be wary of simplistic utopian visions. It is a path covered in corpses that lead such blind idealism. So I will vote for this social decromatic compromise, this handshake with capital. Then I'll go home and piss myself and die. Dreaming the next generation will have answers I do not. Compromise is good enough for now. You'd think I agreed. Part of me does, but I truly hate this idea of tipping the hat to these truly fascist regimes. And yes, even the revolutionary free striders are fascists in a deep sense. How do you think they got their start? Through the coin of those who profited in the great suffering of old Diminor, in the Coast War, in grinding the flesh of humanity. Free striderism is filthy opportunism, not republicanism. They are just arcanist regimes with a painted mask and slightly less horrific esoterical power in hand. Slightly. Free striders are truly terrifying. Agreed. The deep groan, he starts rubbing his hairy face. Workers unite and unionization and guild power. This is all well and good until it gets too loud. Make a bit too much noise and the true powers quickly and efficiently drop this illusionary mask facade. The esoteric spell that tricks us into thinking they care, or that they are in any way Folkarian. So what about you, cleric? You're voting as Gallus, I presume? Yeah, I have my vote. Terrible to hear, but why not? He sniffs. Now for something else, before I start ranting about the suffragette movement. Companion glances at you. No, please, really, I want to know what you think about the suffragettes. The halfling wags a finger at you. You're a brave man, cleric. Thanks, winks at him. Stop doing that, he can't even see it. When the first talks of election began, it was late arcane era, about 30 years ago, and in those early days, the suffragists were mostly dwarven women. They had the backing of a few hardcore universalized Gallus sects that had remained since the Great Project concluded. But when Earth died and talks of an election grew loud, the dwarven women had a hard time getting through, both because of the less progressive Asgalists, and of course the traditional cultural practices of Earthfolk. So the movement didn't kick into gear properly until, of course, human women decided to join. Go on. Mind you, this was after almost 2 decades of dwarven women pushing for universal suffrage. Within just a few years, with the voice of angry, rich human women yelling and writing and protesting, the palace patriarchy gave in. That's the history lesson, but here's the part I'm fucking furious over. What? Those rich human women, do you know what happened to them? He waves his hand. I'll tell you, many of them today are fascists. Can you imagine? They run an incredible campaign in order to get the right to vote, to break their chains of oppression, piss off the tyrannical men, smash the patriarchy, and so on, all to throw their lot in with that very same traditionalist ideology? And an ideology that clearly wants to, well, of course, also just not have any voting going on at all, but specifically not allow women to vote. That's ridiculous. Why would they do that? I ask the same. A part of me thinks it has to do with some type of opportunism. There is a woman who is in time in the spotlight ended once they won the right to vote. Suddenly their entire platform of activism disappeared overnight. But even still, why nationalists? Perhaps there is some, if you don't mind me speculating wildly, some sort of type of perverse psychosexual thing at play here. Or is it simply a question of class? It probably is. Yes, probably. And they are mostly a group of rich people, and that would logically supersede their identity as women. If the rich human position in society is threatened, then they have more to lose as rich than as woman. It's a complex topic, and I don't have fucking time to think about it, and even though I want to desperately figure it out. But that is something I'm fascinated by, you know? The halfling rants about things he is trying to understand, so he's able to capture an audience that way, clearly. Anyway. What is love? Love! He lets out a frustrated groan. Pure calamity. Deadly and destructive. Its nature is just perverted and foul, because it's a complete surrender without idealization. To love is to accept without proof or demands or conditions is complete surrender to another. Ridiculously risky. That's what I'm saying! But it's worth it! This is what I say, it's like, you realize, what, that quote that my infamous quote, you realize we could like, what was it? We could ruin each other's lives or something? But it's worth it, right? Worth it. Download the stream and send it to your boss. That's what I'm saying. Sourdew. Hi, Pookie. How you doing? It's good to see you. Sourdew, this game is so much text, but it's so good. Worth it. He slaps his knees. Then he takes a breath. Love is a completely unpredictable and dangerous encounter. And yet I've yet to meet a sentient folk which is not afflicted by it. And interestingly enough, I see no difference. If it is universal, elf love, halfling love, devil love, true love is always irrational. It is finding the perfect inside of the imperfect and falling entirely into it, swallowed by it. Literacy. Bubbly. Some folk might act it out in different ways depending on their communal nature or biological urges, but if you are one of the few who do not need it, good, be happy. If you are not, then good luck, and may the gods bless your soul. You're a halfling, right? No. That's all for now. Done talking to you. Okay, so doesn't know anything about the cult. Figured. Is it still day one? Yeah. I still haven't hit midnight. Maybe I'll just go back to the bar. I feel like I've done so much on the first day. And I'm still waiting for Darrow. I'm waiting to talk to Darrow. How'd the Sphinx talk go? It went alright. I thought about flirting and then I immediately backed off. I still think I've got more to talk to the Sphinx about, though. Hey. Sphinx takes a sip from her barrel of wine. Little one. Is the tavern your lair or your lair a tavern? She lifts the barrel to her lips and holds it there for a moment. Eventually she lowers it and says, That is indeed a riddle worth pondering. Can I ask why? What? Why a tavern? Why a tavern? I was convinced. She glances at the pile of wine by her side. It was not a battle quickly won, however. Rickspitter works tirelessly for many an evening to argue her point. Eventually, in completing a few quests on my behalf, I let her rent out a part of my lair, but only for a century. Oh, is that all? Do you like the hustle and bustle in here? I'm content. For now. You a big drinker? I partake. It does little to affect me, but the taste is lovely. You've never seen her sober, so who knows if it's true. Has anyone ever tried to fight you? Yes. Alcohol tends to lower risk assessment capabilities among mortals, which sometimes ends with violence. Anyway, always from a man, strangely enough. I do wonder why. Not always. You've seen some feisty women during your street watch days. It must cost a lot to get all this wine. No. Ritzbitter procures it all for me. Such lovely river wine. She takes another sip. I've grown to enjoy the taste. I got some other questions. Who are you voting for the election? I'm not. You're not apolitical, are you? She shakes her head. I cannot leave to vote, I'm afraid. If you could leave, who would you vote for? Oh, I don't know. She points a claw at you. What would you have me vote for if you were in my shoes? The Asgals. They will make the city fair and equitable. Ah, yes. A bunch of failed revolutionaries will surely be the best choice to safeguard the future. She gives you a knowing smile. The Sphinx obviously does not hold any clearly political ideal. You can't even leave here for a minute or two? I could, but that would break my divine quest. Understandable. You cannot do that, ever. I would not have expected a mortal to understand. Interesting. Okay, good to know. Do you give out riddles? Certainly. Are you ready? Rhetorical. Just wait. She finishes the last bit of her barrel and puts it down with a slam. Then the Sphinx leans in, hissing. Once I had the sun's favor, my creed cling close to the wall. Matured in shadows, I've witnessed empires rise and fall. Once left in silence, now life of the ball. She raises her paw and gestures to the open chamber. Yet I remain a drought of remembrance, a history's thrall. What am I? Why did I get confused at the end? She's a Sphinx. Help her remember. Ugh. Your companion smirks and gives a little chuckle. He knows. What do you think, Snell? The Sphinx turns to Snell with a frown. Oh, you know, this seems like a personal riddle for you, not me. So I'm just gonna watch, alright? She nods. Once I had the sun's favor, my creed cling close to the wall. Matured in shadows, I've witnessed empires rise and fall. I once left in silence, now the life of the ball. Yet I remain a drought of remembrance, a history's thrall. Fuck it. You focus your mind to come with something, anything that could be the answer to the riddle. Something old and time-worn, that was once in the light, that lived in the shadows for a long time, but it became popular again. What could it be? Oh my god. Let me read the riddle again. I remain a drought of remembrance, a history's thrall. Once I had the sun's favor, matured in shadows, I witnessed embers rise and fall. The sun's favor. Part of me is thinking like, could be the moon, it could be trees, it could be sphinxes. I wish this was just like Dragon's Dogma, where it's just remember where you got your first Seeker's token. Matured in shadows, I've witnessed empires rise and falls. Imagine the answer isn't here because you failed your int check. Yet I remain a dread of remembrance, a history's thrall. Matured in shadows. Could be wine. Because could be like, yeah, I'm leaning wine because it's drought of remembrance, matured in shadows, wine matures. Once I had the sun's favor, the grapes grew, the vines were close to a wall. I'm gonna say you're wine. Wine? She gives you an intense stare. She's totally gonna eat you. Time for a fight. She is strong, but you will defeat her handily with the power of a hero. Yeah, wine. Olzes picks up a new barrel of wine. She pops the cork open. Wine, yes. That is very correct, little one. Wonderful job. Another riddle solved. Huzzah! Don't. Since you're so amazing. Chibli, Chibli, they're saying my ebb is esoteric, Chibli. Don't believe them. Chibli, the Sphinx is saying nasty things about me. Loco, it's good to see you. Chibli, Chibli, Chibli. No one's serving Earth anymore. No one wants to listen to a cleric. I put the bucket on my head and they laughed at me. Now who's laughing? I solved the Sphinx's riddle. She loves me. Alright, since you're so amazing, would you be interested in a quest? Yes, yes, yes. She gives you a serious expression. Accepting a divine quest from a Sphinx is no trifling matter, mortal. In fact, few would survive such an ordeal. There's a chance to prove yourself to an ancient creature of myth and legend. You'll also look incredibly manly doing a quest? Indeed. Behind me stands a vault. It only opens to those worthy. She leans her massive head downwards, close enough for you to smell the wine breath. To prove worthy, you must solve my most ancient of riddles. So old it was handed to me when I was first stepped inside the chamber. Millennia past. Millennia? Bow your head in silence. Your companion whispers to you, you're going on an epic Sphinx quest now? Turn to your companion and whisper, this is important, Snell. Maybe to you. No, really, it's very important to the job, too. Convince me. It could grant me esoteric knowledge, or like the tea shop? He sighs. Fair enough. Look, I won't stand in the way, okay? Just don't waste too much time on it, okay? The Sphinx stares at your companion. A hero must face much adversity during his quest. She laughs quietly to herself and takes a swig of wine. So what exactly is this Sphinx quest? This is a riddle, the answer of which is not uttered in words, but revealed by action. By action? So like, she goes quiet and closes her eye. In action, so I can't just... She opens one eye and shushes you. Found within the arcane flare, twin tongues of flame that scorch the air. She takes a breath, revealing a wicked grin. Burrowed deep within the earth, a primal string to show your worth. And she leans in, almost whispering those final words. Folks and gods, in thronging herds, a man divine, how alone howls his words. Arcane, primal, divine. Easy, you understand it immediately. I love riddles, but I have to think about this one. The answer is not something you can speak. She uses a massive claw to grab something from a pile of stuff and tosses it to you. Tavern key? Once you understand this riddle, return here. You can only solve it during daytime, alone. Wouldn't want anyone else accidentally figuring out this riddle, would we? She glances at your goblin companion. The goblin groans. I am not interrupting the job for that. Do it in the morning or something before you pick me up. The Sphinx chuckles. I never sleep, so you can show up anytime after sunrise and before the tavern opens. What have you gotten yourself into? Sounds like this could lead to one hell of a treasure. Okay, I'll be going. Thank you, Great Sphinx. Thank you. That went great. Alright, now we can actually talk to Daryl. Holy crow. Okay, I'm gonna go piss before we do anything, so... Be right back. Alright. Let's actually go see Daryl. Peas evilly. All right. This is government property. Okay, no, Angel isn't here now. Well, well, well. Hello, Itir. Angel stands tall. She's blocking the hallway leading further into the Coin Lord's mansion. Her many eyes glare at you. Is the magistrate... She nods. We will see you now, cleric. The words cause you to shiver. The goblin gives you a stern look. Your muscles scream for you to be ready for a battle. Yeah, this is dangerous. Super dangerous. Battle of wits. This will go great. Okay. Oh. Sorry, I'm gonna take this. Frogmouth. It's a bit difficult to move in this thing. I'll be the judge of that. Hell yeah. Hello? Master Nicholas Darrow. At the top of the stairs, you see a man placed upon a silken throne. His well-groomed face lit by a single bulb candle, but he does not look at you. Instead, he folds his copy of the Norvikian Post in half and sighs. He was waiting for you. Would you look at that? It's Coin Lord Darrow in the flesh. Your boss. Alright, what's this guy's voice going to be? Let's do like a really deep one. You hear about this? No. You hear about this? The man slaps his newspaper. As Gallus opportunist strikes fear in Gale of Waterkeep. As Gallus opportunity strikes fear in Silker's Guild. He reads to you. Then he reads the lower paper. He lowers the paper and mutters, 9,000 crowns in damages. Damn, that's like 2 years' salary. This man commands attention. I could have done worse. I'm sure you could, cleric. Did you take that helmet from downstairs? Which helmet? He cracks a smile. Whatever, go ahead, take what you need. Talisana will remember this. Your goblin companion lets out a sigh of relief. That's what life has come to here in this city, isn't it? Everyone just grabbing what they need. It's democracy. I love democracy. Not many clerics do, from what I hear. Dara lets out a sigh, folding his paper in half again. It's the age of crowds. That's what they call it. The loudest voices keep shouting at me in particular, it seems. The crowd is power beyond belief. He furrows his brow. The moonlight makes him look like a marble bust. Bust? He shifts his eye over to your companion. I see you've picked up a goblin. He takes a step forward. Lord Darrow, Lady Sage Thief has declared a joint operation. She... Of course she has, cleric. If you will, I would like to speak with you in private. Excuse me? The goblin glances towards you and then back to the coin lord. Seriously? It's fine, he's cool. Sure. Now, if you please. He gestures towards the stairs. Your services are not needed at the moment. Thank you. Snell lifts his head into the air. A deadly stare. The tension is killing you. Do something. Don't piss off the goblin. You want him to watch your back. The coin lord wants a private report. It's a fair request. No good option here. Someone's gonna get pissed. Tension, sweat. What can you say? Snell stays. The tall man glares at you. Stand your ground. Glare back. Hear a chuckle from your companion. It's fine. Late anyhow. He gives you a knowing glance. I'm heading home. First thing tomorrow, cleric. Sucking up to a goblin? We can do the same for you? Snell gives you a quick nod, then he turns to leave. The coin lord glances out the window and remains quiet for a moment. I feel compelled to ask. Once you hear the door closing behind Snell on his way out, he continues. How was your meeting with our dear goblin chieftain? I mediated. Good man. His jaw tightens and loosens. I must apologize, cleric. Tossing you around as a pawn in this regrettably political game of ours isn't something I hoped for. You obviously have much more important matters to attend to in the palace. Not really. There's no greater act than serving your city. And this man is Darrow. He is descendant from your lord patron, Borgo Darrow himself. The lord is flattering you. He's gone far in life using this tactic. A job's a job. Yes, someone has to keep things running. First things first. I'm obliged to offer accommodations during your stay here on Tolstad. Obliged? Interesting word choice. It is customary for clerics on a job to be given free housing by their employer. You may stay in the old guard tower. The coin lord tosses you an iron key. That key will get you access to the tower. Etir uses one of the top floors. You take the Etir uses one of the floors. You take the top one. Whisper to him, I'm sharing with the weird-eyed lady. He stifles a laugh. Is that what I'll call you from now on, Etir? I prefer not. You hear the angel mutter from below. What are he keeping? No. Also, Cam, good to see you. I hope you're well. We're ebbing. The magistrate gestures to his ears. She's not just eyes. But trust me. He shuffles about, looking annoyed for a moment. Now, about the incident. As soon as the fires were put out, I had a city engineer inspect for structural damages. He speaks to the tea shop, obviously. Once it was cleared and no casualties were reported, I shut it down. I heard something about without an investigation? Initially, yes, as a precaution. The reason why we've been so very careful with this whole ordeal is simply because we do not want to cause more strife. We've got enough of that already. Earth, pray tell. You see him shift about in his chair. He is taking something to stay awake. Elimian herbs, most likely. Do you not notice what he said? Your real job here is to not solve this crime. Your real job is to dodge arrows from the magistrate. Yeah, that sounds about right. Strife? It's election week, cleric. We've got illegal rallies, copper presses full of lies, and a populace ready to tear their neighbors into pieces. The city is to survive. We need to play safe. He rubs his eyes. And we've also got a tired old Lord Patriarch who hasn't left his villa for years. Yes, Lord Patriarch Alakazam. He is old, but he is hanging in there. That leaves us in charge. We the people? No. Me and you? No. You the magistrates? Yes, cleric. We, along with the straggling patriarchs and other palace officials, hold the reins in this election for the party of Norvik. Trust me, it's not easy being a magistrate. Anyhow, the tea shop. He gestures towards you with his hand. What's your theory? This matter with the tea shop is one big distraction, I'm afraid. Of course it is. Right before the election at the heart of the city? Political manipulation. Ah, yes, it all makes sense now. It's a practical joke gone bad. You think a party is behind it? He holds up his hands. I'm not saying anything, but while it is certainly an exciting thought, I do not believe any party has enough incentive to pull off something like this. My purest guess would be someone with access to arcane artifacts, or at worst, a rogue spellcaster. Someone who would benefit from scared goblins and angry Asgals. So, a reticle. What information do you have? Aggressive spread of fire, a loud explosion. Militia rush across the halfway bridge and put it out. He looks out the window. The owner is missing. But no one got hurt. Got it. Keep him talking. You need more info before you can ask about the tea shop. Well, it might be smart to go for the tea shop question straight away. Who knows how you'll fuck up if you keep on asking questions. Oh. Okay. Is there... So you're the coin... Is that Angel your bodyguard or something? More or less. Eddie is a high prefect. Every magistrate gets the highest tier of protection available. She's not much of a talker, but I can't say I dislike it. I flirted with her. Oh. The coin lord laughs. Oh. He laughs some more. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You hear that, Etir? Darrow calls down the stairs. Yes, magistrate, she replies coldly from below. The magistrate shakes his head. Earth be good. So you're the coin lord? For now. Post-election, I might end up on a very long vacation. How is the election going? We're winning. Earth be blessed. Be awkward and stay silent. We've got a third of the populace. A third. That means we've already lost the goodwill of a large portion of the human population, according to the latest polls. The campaign is a half failure, but it'll get us over the finishing line. What's your problem with the Asgalists? You're kidding. He laughs. They've infiltrated every guild. Their rally circus causes near riots wherever they gather up. They're disrupting the economy. When the agrarian party fell, we almost had a famine on our hands, or well, he corrects himself straight away. Famine is a bit of an exaggeration, but they did practically ruin our grain exports for an entire quarter. Else, we'd be better off with the free stratus any day of the week. They at least uphold the basic economic stability. He's spitting truth. You should not say such dishonorable things. Only the city, those holding Earth's legacy, can rule. I have some other non-election questions. Good, I've talked about this damn election for a lifetime. What do you know about the owner? Of the tea shop, a bird folk male called Drum something. This type to show up in all kinds of registers in the palace. But he didn't have any expensive insurance or anything. No insurance at all, in fact, poor guy. The bird hasn't left the city in any official capacity. He's on a list. So you don't know where he is? The coin lord leans back. Maybe he's halfway to Vorgeny by now. Maybe he's down in the sewers. Who knows, cleric? His kind can be found in all kinds of strange places. Bird folk are known for their criminal acumen. Is the missing paladin involved? Is that what the papers call him now? Lord Gorm has been missing for weeks, so I'm afraid the timeline doesn't quite add up. He shakes his head. If you find him skulking up out below, you can ask him anything you want. Just let him know he's been kicked off the campaign, okay? If you find him, perhaps there'll be a reward. If the goblins hadn't pushed for it, would you have sent for me? The posh man looks you up and down. No, I don't think I would have. He's not talking around it, meaning he doesn't see you as a threat. I need access to the tea shop. matters. Now it's time to convince them, be careful. The goblins are not the only ones with eyes on our scorched tea shop. In fact, I've been advised to simply ignore the whole thing. To just let it go. That would be foolish. His eyes pierce through the visor of your helmet. Why? He is not asking rhetorically. Interesting, he genuinely wants your input. The city should protect its citizens, no matter their political affiliations. He listens to your words closely. Well, Sage Leaf is insistent. He sighs and looks out the window. I'm in a difficult position, cleric. Do make it easier for me, will you? And how do I do that, my lord? He speaks with a projected voice and says, I want to be able to trust you. He interrupts you, continuing, trust that you'll be able to keep this on the down low. That if anything unseemly were to be uncovered, you'd of course keep such things from non-city affiliated factions. This coin lord fellow flaps his lips like a barnacle goose, but you can follow. Do you understand? The lord demands obedience, you must answer. He's trying to steamroll me, right? Yep. He's really manhandling you. Hilarious. There's nothing to steamroll. You are a servant, nothing else. Come on, stand up for yourself. I respect you for it. You gotta catch up. Attempt to catch up. You've annoyed him. You wore the helmet. That takes balls. You made him laugh. You're exhausted. Fuck it. Woo! You close your eyes. You listen now, you big buffoon, you. You got approximately 1.5 seconds before this word mancer takes control of the conversation again, so it's your time to shoot your shot. You know exactly what to do. Tell him my deepest secret, demand a raise, ask what he will vote in the next election. Your apolitical ass. I'm gonna demand a raise. Give me more money. No, of course not. You gotta get him off balance, and of course you know exactly how to do that. Try to jump out the window, sit in his lap, punch him in the face, sit in his lap? No! There's no time to explain the many ways that's wrong. I need to make a counter offer. That's exactly it, sorta. You open your eyes after a very long blink to find the magistrate tapping his fingers against his cheek. He's just about to keep going in his rant when you interrupt it by going, I'm a busy man, magistrate. Your comment causes him to stop speaking. It's a start. Your politicking is important, fine, but I have a job to do. My career's on the line here. He simply looks at you, silent for once. I'm a rational actor. I'll obviously keep the city's interest in mind, but in turn, you must offer me leeway in this. He leans back in his chair. Grant me access to the teen shop. In return, I'll keep the goblins off your back, and I'll make sure Tolstad remains calm for the election. The knife is in, now twist. You have a duty to the city, magistrate. Allow me to perform mine. A smirk creeps onto his face. A rational actor. With what motivation, then? Quick, don't leave him hanging. You know what to say. Revenge. He scoffs, glancing down at the newspaper once more. The coin lord seems to leave a silence hanging in the air. Looking at the paper is a negotiation tactic. You've sized him up at least a little bit. Fine. I could work with that. The passphrase is cardamom poison. Good passphrase. Report back to me on election day. Wait, report back to me on election day. Make sure to clear this up with the goblins before then, will you? Thank you, magistrate. Just make it happen. Sick. Painted on the ancient stone blocks, colorful imagery rises over you. It's faded and you're gone. The first folk. Earth spoke about preserving the ancient murals of the city he conquered. What is this, some kind of whale? A mural of some ancient civilization. This building has kept the mural safe over the years. The rest has been stripped off the wall completely by the harsh Ascani wind. It's beautiful. Art is subjective. Figure on the wall stares at you. Leave it alone. All right. Fucking go to sleep. Ugh. A branch on the majestic apple tree in the magistrate's yard. I'm gonna climb the branches. Seen anything suspicious lately? The tree does not respond. Goodbye, tree. I'll come back in the morning. What can I do while I'm exhausted? On the wall, you see a classic copper calendar. Every household in the city has one of these. It's spinning ever so slowly. The outer wheel moves one full step every day. The middle wheel moves every month, and the inner moves every year. Look closely at the seasons. Check out the holidays. Look at the marking that says Founding of Norvik. Calendar says 461 Arcane. Check out the holidays. Look at the various holidays marked on the copper plate. Earth's passing the 7th. Fast of Took the 17th. Great Migration the 5th. I love it. Just Gorgani, Felteni, March, Belton, Blood Night, Seven Silence, River Run, Giant's Crown, Folks Feast, Toll's Dance, Phoenix Watch, Tornus Flame, The Ascent, Robolite. What day is it? March 22nd. What year is it? 27 post-war. Who decides when a new era begins? Jor. Magically attuned items and time-keeping spells will keep time in regards to the eras. Eras which shift for reasons beyond anyone's understanding. Anyone but Jorah's, most likely. Very cool. I like magic. It's intriguing, yes. Good to know. Look at the seasons. You see the months and seasons marked to the copper plate. Gorgani, Vorjani Summer. Belteni, Reedsian Spring. March, Vorjani Autumn. Beltan, Ascani Spring, Reedsian Summer. Thisi, Vorjani Winter. Thusi, Reedsian Autumn. Cronus, Ascani Summer. Ingarmi, Vorjani Spring. Eltra, Ascani Autumn. My birthday's on the 13th of Cronus. It is! Okay, good news. Alright. I'm gonna lie down. There it goes. The first day on the job. Before you lies a bedroll. Why do I have to sleep? That's the spirit. If you stay awake more than 48 hours, you will die, which is not good for your physical health. You should go to bed now. Taking a long rest restores your hit points, hit dice, lowers your exhaustion to 0, and returns your spent spell slots. A long rest takes 8 hours, and you can take one after 10 p.m. each day. I think I'm gonna take a long rest. No, really, what is this thing? You're unsure. It doesn't look like a bed. Textiles, leather-bound, and filled with some soft material. Somewhat soft. A bedroll. I see, like one of those things adventurers use when sleeping on a journey. Yes. A real man can sleep anywhere, including this rugged piece of rug. I'm gonna take a long rest. Finally, staying within the confines of the guard tower, you successfully spent 8 hours on your long rest. No need to roll any encounters. You've had enough for one adventuring day. Now let's see. As for those youngsters, brave of you to rush in like that. Lots of radicals in the streets these days. Modisa and Rollo seems like they've been at war for quite some time. Maybe this won't be the last you see of them. And sorry about letting you stumble into the city below. I'm just surprised you made it out alive. You really handled that fire trap quite well. Couldn't have done it without Snell, eh? Literally. The Roper fight I did not anticipate, especially that outcome, as in you didn't get eaten. Though considering you waltzed right into that gelatinous cube, let's just say you're really lucky to be alive. But now it's time to deal with the main quest. The tea shop awaits. Oh, hey, good morning, Antir. Whoa. Your muscles strain as the second day begins. You should have evidence to solve this. It's not that difficult. Question. Who cares if I actually complete this mission or not? Your patriarch, for one. There are rumors that the Law Lord is putting a lot of pressure on your superiors. If you cause trouble, if you don't handle this, there will be trouble. Even more so than the last time. Last time was bullshit. Everyone knows it. You just didn't handle it with style. Next time will be different. I'm not feeling too good. This is literally how you feel, like 50% of the time. More sleep would help. Perhaps tomorrow. Alright, let's start the day. Oh, Sam, that's so cute. What's up, Betir? Morning. The Celestial appears to focus on her work, a stack of many, many documents with her many eyes. There is no acknowledgement of your presence in her many, many eyes. None of them are looking at you? What are the odds? I am busy. Busy with what? Notes? You need help with that? I do not require assistance, cleric. What's it like being an angel? No response. Do you really see out of all those eyes in the halo? All her eyes focus on you for 1 second. You feel it deep in your bones. Can you cast spells? She just keeps working. Can you fly or just float? The wing twitches to the side. You have the impulse to touch the wing. Maybe you can mend it and make it work again. Do not. I'm gonna touch it. I'm not gonna touch it. Don't touch it. It just looks cool. It just looks so cool. Blessing does not even look at you despite having so many eyes. Look around at her messy quarters. You live like this? Some of her eyes actually turn to stare at you. The mess is a sign that she's an industrious worker, clearly. Yes, cleric, this is my base. Cool, it's cozy. She does not respond. Muster up the courage to ask about Earth. You clench. You pause unnecessarily body functions and some necessary ones like breathing, then you focus on the goal, speech. Tell me about Earth. She stops writing. Looks like a harmless pause, just be careful. She mimics a sigh. The fated man god. Earth of Norvik. That's the guy. Yes. She lifts her hand pointing towards your chest. I serve his remnants. Cheki Smoko. Oh yeah, fun fact. If you weren't here yesterday, I guess some of the different, I guess like species or races have different like real world languages that they speak. So the angels speak Polish. The cats speak Portuguese. I think the devils speak Czechian. Elves speak Finnish. And I forget the rest. Smoko, what? Her many eyes look at you. The Celestial turns her head in your direction just a bit. She's extremely curious about you. I uphold my honor through service to the coin, Lord. You should quit. Darrow really sucks. The angel's many eyes land upon you. They stay for a while before she returns to her documents. Oh yeah, that's working. Keep shit on her bus. He sucks ass. Real ass. Her many eyes now look away. Oh, that was a bit much, maybe. I am unsure about many things. Yet for now I serve, for good or ill. You got an in. God, she's terrifying. There we go. Now let's just speak with you for real. Will you join my party? You seem like a strong companion. No. I am busy, cleric. If you play your cards right, anything's possible. Do you know about the pale man in the morgue? She closes the book floating before her. Avoid that creature. There is darkness there. Her halo spins erratically for a moment. I have been told to not interfere. Both the mortician and his helpers. The pale man's reputation is insane. What the hell is he? Something is certainly awful about him. Helpers. Mercenaries, creatures who roam below, dark spirits. They are unofficially sanctioned. None opposes their presence, for Viskin keeps them in line. Huh, another reason not to get in Viskin's way. Do not engage them unless forced. Oh, but he seems like such a normal guy. Avoid Viskin. Did he have something to do with the tea shop? Not likely. Why? Viskin has been a presence here for... Viskin has been a presence here for almost 4 decades, to my knowledge. During all this time, he has not caused any issues. Beyond that, Viskin is also in tight cooperation with the Halfway Bridge tribe. Since they are the main drivers in this investigation, it would be strange if Viskin was behind it. Although if you find any evidence towards its involvement, let me know. What is he? At best, he's a weak arcanist. At worst, he is a powerful arcanist. One who survived the Coast War, that would be interesting. Okay, good info, good info. Do not engage. That is my advice. You are an ethereal yet so also imposing woman. Imposing. Ethereal. A telepathic voice gets dropped down several octaves, all the way down your back, your spine. Say the right thing. You made her laugh. You told her about what you thought about her eyes. Fuck. Ah, never mind. It worked. Yeah. This woman. She's not the type to appreciate being talked at. Nor is she one for flattery, obviously. She's alien to you in this place. It's gonna be a bit of a challenge, but I can figure out what to say, right? I need a follow-up. You did give her compliments, although they might not be appreciated as such. So now, regrettably, there's only one thing left to do. It's time to bust out the secret move. Oh no. Oh yes. It's time to be genuine. Look up at the angel. Her eyes stare at you, waiting for whatever word you let out next. Clear your throat. You hear the telepathic voice in your head. Cleric. I think you are very beautiful, and I would like to talk with you more. Beautiful. The voice repeats the words halfway before coming to a stop in your mind. One by one, the rotating eyes blink to look away from you, focusing on the walls, ceiling, and cluttered mess around the guard tower. Anything but you. Good or bad, you sure have an effect on her. Now, whatever you do, do not lose your confidence. You heard me. Stand tall. I have understood you, cleric. Her cold expression does not change, but the rotating halo of eyes begin to spin faster and faster. Oh! However, there is work to be done. You are busy as well. That's true, but... The halo comes to a stop. Let us reconvene. We shall reconvene, cleric. Reconvene? Wait, that means you're convening? Okay, alright. Get all giddy. We're convening. One of her many eyes turns back to you. We are convening. Raise your eyebrows without her being able to see it. Wonderful, simply marvelous. You've got her right in the pouch of your holding. In your pouch of holding after the election. Her eyes fall back on her papers. Focus on the tea shop, cleric. That wasn't so bad, eh? Sometimes you just gotta take a look right there, put it all on the line. Jesus goose lording hells, that was intense. The contents of your stomach are pushing up. Keep it in, damn you. Now you can go relax. Go do whatever you were doing before. Be glad, be joyful, for you have risen to the occasion. Your father would be proud. Have a good day, Etir. I'll see you around. Whoa! Oh, what a world. Alright, it's time to climb. Okay, goodbye, tree. Alright. Here we go. Sick, sick, sick. With a heave and a hoe, you make it. Lovely. Alright, let's get back down now. Alright. More apples for the apple boy. They call me baby apple boy. Yeah, it's me, the apple boy. Oh, what's up, dude? You over here now? Okay. Nothing else from Braxo. Is the bird back? Sure is. Alright. So we can come and go as much as we want now. Lost. How's it going, dude? Oh, it's all empty. Hey. Okay, so no one can stop me from jumping down now. Time to save scum again. Excuse you? I'm jumping down the well. Take a step on the edge, then you drop into the darkness. For several seconds, you feel nothing but soaring air through your uniform and helm. As the extreme tingling sensation fills your senses, the sense of falling hit the ground. The cleric fell down. 20d6 of fall damage? Anyone else feel like it's been Thursday since Tuesday? Yep. This felt like a weird week. Even yesterday, I'm like, it feels like the week should be over. Yeah, we tried. I just need like a Featherfall potion or something. Or just cast Featherfall. You know what it is. Not everybody gets it, but you get it. I feel like I did so fucking much on the first day. Oh, there's the cat again. Enjoy your day, citizen. I was just like struggling to find things to pass the time, dude. Let's go talk to Druid Lady. Oh wait, she's not here. Hello? You just ripped those mushrooms out of a pot? Why'd you do that? What? It was cultivated there. It was a potted mushroom. I'm not sure I did that. The primal scream. Someone worked hard cultivating those, and now you've just taken them. Stop it with the sermon. By the gods. Can't put them back? No, you just have to live with it. Literally no one will care, I guess. It's easier if you fail checks and stand there thinking about what to say in conversation for half hours at a time. This is the most week to ever week, you know. Hey, Snell. Let's go, buddy. Morning, cleric. Goblin rubs his eyes. You ready to head out? Yeah, more or less. Goblin collects his things, strapping a pouch on his hip, adjusting his jacket. As he finishes up, says, by the way, yesterday with Darrow, thanks. Doesn't make much of a difference to people like him, but seeing you stand up to Darrow like that, priceless. Anytime a haters type. Oh yeah, what type? Nobleman. Oh yeah, silver spoon in his mouth and thumb up his ass. What? Too much? No, it was funny. I just hadn't heard that expression before. Perfect. You learn something new every day. Oh boy. Finally, Snell puts a pouch inside his inner jacket pocket. Oh, crowns. Seems like a fair amount. Alright, I'm ready. Snell has joined your party. Alright, let's dip. Doing it all night, all summer. Oh no, I got Lush Life stuck in my head. And now, the crush. It's just a Zara Larson kind of year, you know. All right, we can actually go into the tea shop. Let's do it. Oh yeah, I could do new beholds. So true. Fresh day of beholding. Also. Alright. Whoa! The fuck is that? Oyugi Kargameshian vendor. Skilled merchant, businesswoman, halfling entrepreneur. Man, you could learn a shit ton from someone like her. Goods are procured from all over the coast or gold, the journey itself, and of course the herald the power of capital. Herald the power of capital. Damn, she's good at it. Yo, what's up? Oyugi. Beneath the shadow of a gnarly statue sits a girl wrapped in colorful garments. She's wearing some sort of hat with an attached veil covering her face. On the ground around her, upon a fancy rug, you see an assortment of strange trinkets. Some of them have quite potent esoteric auras. You hear her mumble something. Funny of you to ask. I'm actually voting for the... She lifts up a small arm from underneath the layers, ripping the hat mask from her face. I said, God, it's so cold here. You see how her skin has a faint blue tint. That, along with her small figure, makes it obvious to you. She is a halfling. Glance at the statue. You carry that thing around? Would that impress you? She taps the statue behind her with an evil grin. Let me introduce us formally. This here behind me is my guardian, Cruel Wing. Winged cruelty, flying evil, something like that. I call him Filur. Him. The one and only. And as for me, I'm Oyugi, traveling wind. She who brings that which tingles around the coast from band to band. I have coin. Wonderful to hear. Oh, I'm still getting used to this. What do you call it here? Crown? Give me a crown and I shall have great treasures. No dungeoneering required. The goblin clears his throat and gives the halfling a bow. So you're that Kargameshian vendor that came by the other day? Oh, I am popular then. You affiliated with this dragon I hear about? Yeah, everything worked out with the application. It did. Send my regards to your queen. She's not a... I'll do that. He gives a nod and steps back. What do you say, warrior? Make my time worth it here in the cold? What do you know about the tea shop? She looks to her right. It's not in great condition. True. Anyway, I don't know much as to why it became this way. Arrived in the afternoon on the day it happened, you see. So that elemental can't cast fireball then? She makes a strange, playful oohing sound. No, warrior, he can't do much harm, but no fire. He can do much harm, but no fire. I could probably take him. He gives you a wide smile. No, we cannot. What's it like back in your homeland? Your eyes look down. My home is not in great shape, I'm afraid. There's strong inequality among plains touched. Great warlords rage across the borders to Feltire. The gem princes hold monopolies at every port. The deep cities remain in a... She stops herself from ranting. It's a wonderful place with wonderful folk. But I wish it could be more like this place sometimes. Yeah, Ascan is full of conflict as well. It's the wild band, after all. True, but it's just like post-war Diminor, as in Reeds. There's a great order being established. One even trumping the esoteric forces at work around the coast. That's all I wanted to ask. I'd like to browse your wares. Great. What kind of interest you in, for example? She pulls out a yellow scroll from her chest. This here is a scroll of comprehend languages. Handy if you need to decipher some ancient text or speak with a foreigner. I'll take that scroll of comprehend languages. I would assume so. It's a great price. Apologize if the handwriting is a bit rough. I got it from a gnomish gentleman in Vorgeny, a pixie-dusting fiend of a man. I want the helmet. That's all for now. Okay. I really like the helmet up there. Why is it hanging on your statue, friend? It's just a warning. Last adventurer tried to steal from me, left it behind. But if you could buy it if you want, if you dare. Why do you call me warrior? That is what you are, is it not? It might be bad translation. Do you prefer a dreamweaver or perhaps holy boy? I want to be a holy boy. No. It's way too wrong on my end. I'll stick with warrior. Okay, well, thank you. Alright, here's what we're going to try. We're going to trifle for that helmet. A shadow falls over you. The gargoyle Stonehand grabs you by the collar, lifting you off the ground. Filur, wait! The halfling rushes over. Put him down, gently. Gargoyle drops you. This is your only warning. This is your only warning, warrior. Try that again and Fillard won't be so gentle. Stone Guardian returns to its perch. Are you crazy? Snell hisses at you. Sorry. See that it doesn't happen again. I need to work on her accent. Walk away, ashamed. No. Okay. We got a lot of quests on day one. All right, let's do the tea shop. You approach the tea shop's door once more. Clear your throat and speak the word cardamom poison. Saying the words immediately causes the nails to jump out of the planks. The blue aura of the arcane lock spell just fades away. Then they fall to the ground, one after the other. You actually made it in. Well done. Now you can complete your quest. The goblin shakes his head. Cardamom? Goblin generally do not enjoy cardamom cake for some strange alien reason. I love cardamom cake. Of course you do. You're only human. Beyond lies the ruined tea shop. The goblin gives you a serious look. It's time, cleric. You get ready to step inside. Your body begins shivering. Keep your guard up. Get ready to run. Death. This is death. Stop muttering about death. It's making you really nervous. Tea shop awaits. All right. We'll go into the tea shop for a little bit and then we'll call it. Because I gotta go to work. All right. Huh. You step in behind the counter. The boxes are there are compartments filled with the ruined tin boxes. In the back, there's a complicated set of tubes and pipes combining some type of tea-making machine. Such a fine and expensive piece of machinery to break. A shame. I'll have a sweet with cream. Well, oh, I'm going fucking Scottish again. I'll have a... how do I do that accent again? I'll have a... How do I all of a sudden forget how to do a British accent? I'll have a sweet with cream, please. I'll have a sweet with cream, please. How do I forget how to do that? Says nasally. He leans over the counter. Oh, make that half cream, actually. My tummy's sensitive today. He's making fun of humans and their love of milk. Not the best joke, but I'll like you more if you play along. Answer in a snobby tone. We only serve hill-sourced oat milk, store. Goblin looks at you, then looks at the counter, then looks at you again. That's called a double take. Good job. Look at his face. Pure shock. Good one, cleric. He waves his claw. Check the counter. For an instant, short instant, he actually thought you were funny. Damn. Look at the surface. There's a slab of wood covering the stone base of the countertop. More like charcoal at this point. But the stone still stands, strong, steadfast. Look over the machine. Pipes and levers melted. Glass shattered. Check the pipes. Metal of some kind. Check the copper chamber at the top. This is where you put the tea leaves. As you lean in, you don't see much beyond burnt muck through the cracks. But you do smell something. An intense scent. Why does it smell like that? It contains something foul. You do not know what. Lean in closer. Come on, don't. Inhale the horrible smell. You smell the disgusting burnt muck through the gaps of your helm. It smells like disgusting burnt muck. Bad, this is not good. You know this is bad. What smells foul makes your nose stronger. That's not true. Holy hell, stop shoving your face into whatever hell this is. Move back. Your knees shake, but you stand. As you turn around, you find the goblin glaring at you with a worried expression. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. There's a metal valve at the end. It's shut. Let's leave it alone. Now let's open the valve. Try to turn the valve, but it bends at an odd angle. Wait, that is not how a valve is supposed to feel. It's stuck. Be careful with it. Only with finesse can you tame a machine like this, because you're such an expert at that. You carefully put pressure on the valve as you turn the little lever. Suddenly you hear a snap. A tiny piece of copper comes flying towards you, hitting your helmet with a dink. You totally let it do that. Oh, there's more. Shit. Oh, shit. Step back. The valve bursts open, releasing an oozing pile of tea, ash, and God's only knows what else onto the floor. Gods be damned, Snell mutters and holds his nose. The scent is particularly awful. Avoid, avoid. Try to survive. Foulness, but nothing you cannot stand. You smell the fetid, melted ooze. This is disgusting. The goblin is dry heaving next to you. It's not so bad, Snell. Don't be dramatic. Alas, you persevere. Yeah, great job, man. Now stop smelling weird shit. You are not enjoying it. The floor behind the counter is now covered in a layer of ashy mulch. Ugh, what did I gain from this? A loud ding comes out from the machine as the last dribble of ooze exits the canister. It's still operational. What the hell? Operational, more like leaking innards. A death knell. After the bell, a box opens at the top of the machine. Inside, you see dried tea leaves. Wait, this thing was ready to go. Doesn't that mean it was being used during the explosion? Possibly. Truly a possibility. Alright, well, it means those tea leaves are evidence. Goblin is correct for once. Evidence, huh? Snell stares at you. Yeah, pick up the leaves, cleric. Oh, right, of course. Yeah, of course. Grab the leaves. You carefully place the dry leaves in your pouch. Goblin gives you a nod. Now, can we please not hang around the goop? Let's look into the charred boxes. They're full of tea leaves. They're supposed to be. The heat from the explosion has melted both the tin and its contents. Just ash now. Damn, I was hoping for at least one of these to be intact. Selling tea is a legit side hustle. The margins are bonkers. Alright, let's stop looking around the counter. The only not disintegrated thing in the central chamber is the stone slab. It's just very, very cooked. Maybe leave it alone. Your eyes cannot carry that burden. Beneath, everything is horrifically beneath. You want to flip the table? It's damn heavy, but maybe we can do it together. It's impossible, apparently. Even with Snell, this is really heavy. Fuck it, let's try and get a nat 20. Oh! I love D&D! Grab the thick table with your gloved hands, gripping it firmly, strongly. Snell copies your movements. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Flip the table. You stare into the dark corner of the tea shop. Mid soot and broken tiles, you see a corpse. It almost disappears into the destruction around it. It's Snell stares at it. He is silent. Give him a second. He'll appreciate it. Godspeed good. Huh. Lower your head in respect. You spend a moment next to Snell in silence, your thoughts landing on the disfigured remains. The corpse appears completely charred to you. The size is average, you think. Hard to make out anything other than a silhouette. The goblin steels himself. How much experience do you have with corpses, cleric? You're an expert. In your field, death. You know it. You fear it. You were far too young. Clear your throat. The goblin breaks his intense stare down at the corpse and turns to you. Cleric, I can handle it. Good to hear. We should do a preliminary checkup. Just to scope out the scene. Then we'll get a transport to the Lich House, I guess. We should have Viskin examine it. I'll check the head. You, check the hands or something. Nasty business this turned into. Well, time to go to work. Kneel down. Seeing it up close causes you to shake. Your flesh feels the flames. Focus on the hands. You see the left hand is half destroyed. The right hand is clenched near the victim's hip, holding something. A clue, of course! You've read stories like this. The victim always grips something important when they die. You'd have to have a real gentle touch not to break the content of that fist. Carefully, carefully. Okay. Slowly and deliberately, you sneak your fingers underneath. You sneak your fingers underneath the fingers, and something comes loose. A chain, a thin gold chain, or parts of it. However, the second after you see it, you watch it begin to glow. Then it starts to break apart in front of your eyes. The gold chain within seconds turning into another pile of dust. The fuck? That was magic, right? A cursed necklace? Perhaps a delayed reaction? Nothing you can deal with now. Look at the torso, a dark mass, once skin, now it appears to be but a solid mass. She was incinerated fully in an instant. The heat must have been the source of death, a quick death. Nothing but blackened, brittle carbon residue. However, you are quite certain this was a woman. Whatever led to this corner, it was quick. Woman, unknown age, she crawled up in this position moments before the explosion. She did not suffer. Got it, good info. He leans in slightly closer. Check out the head. Not much to see, fires burned off, everything. While charred beyond recognition, the skull itself is fairly intact. And why is that good exactly? So you can have someone to talk. You can have someone to talk to, of course. Do I notice anything else? A good question. Looking for distinguishing features, you do notice something interesting. The ears. Ears? Look at the ears now. He squints. Really there, what about them? Is the shape off to you? Well, yeah, because of the fire, unless you mean... He tilts the head. Oh. Oh, wait. Despite barely keeping a recognizable form, remains of the ears have a peculiar shape. They're pointy. Oh, pointy ears. He looks around. There's only one humanoid creature on the coast with the body size and pointy ears. Not an orc. Not an orc, not a gnome. Mutter to yourself, and not a human. The goblin takes a step back. No chance. Denial for both of you. It's unbelievable, but just the concept of a rare creature being found in the second-rate tea shop. There's no doubt. Oh, no. Your companion glares at the corpse. His head slowly turns towards you. It's a damn elf. Craziness. Scent of Ukul midst flame amiss. This is the death you fear, the dramatic end to your career. Did they know? No, they couldn't have. Yet you have, through no means of your own, landed in this trapped hallway of a mission. You only have one choice now. Find out exactly why this happened, who killed the elf, who blew up the tea shop. You feel the answer must lie below, far below. Perma! Stream. Perma, welcome in. Perma, some shit has happened. Oh, we're already went back to Viskins. Holy shit. Perma, welcome in, y'all. How are you doing? How is Celasta 2? Welcome in, Chicky. Welcome in, Stefika. Welcome in, Skelly. Welcome in, Perma. Welcome in, Raiders. Esoteric Ebb is what we are playing today. It's like Disco Elysium, but it's actually Baldur's Gate. And it's funny. Soup, good to see you. The duck. Your eyes follow the towering dark night as he walks past. Y'all go follow Perma if you're not following Perma. Perma, how is stream? How are you? How is Celasta? It was nice shit. I'm glad it was nice shit. Have you played this game? I spent an hour and a half on character creation for 4 characters, but also pretty good for early access. Hell yeah. I'm glad you had a good time. This game is something else. I'm having a great time here. If you are interested in like a very text-heavy D&D adventure, this is real good. This is real good. Real shit. This is on my radar. I highly recommend it. I'm having a great time so far. Well, Permit, thank you so much for the raid. If you need to do post-stream stuff, go do that. We're probably actually going to raid out shortly after. Yeah. Go from there. But yeah, thank you so much for the raid. If you need to do post-stream stuff, though, go do that. Same goes for all the raiders. We're probably just going to wrap up this scene, and then we're going to head out. I might not actually... I got to work, so I might not actually raid out. We might just end stream, but... Thank you for sending everybody over. All right. Your eyes follow the towering dark night as he walks past, heading down the stairs. The body is secured. Good. The pale... Good. The pale man answers behind his desk. Snell leans against the iron slab, his eyes fasten entirely upon the elvish course across the chamber. I think I expected a dwarf. Huh? A dwarf. The tea shop used to be a gathering place for the Asgulls. My first thought was of infighting or political assassination, but an elf. There's like 3 of them in the entire city. What should I say? Discuss the quest, of course. Ask him about, like, how fucked you both are. Just speak. This is a mess. A right fucking mess. Should be easy to identify an elf, right? You'd think that, but I'm guessing it'll be impossible. This is above my rank. But I don't see anyone else jumping at the chance, so you're still serving the old lady for now. He's ordering you around again, but perhaps this is not the time to complain. So what now? He takes a deep breath. Gather any remaining clues in the tea shop, then we report to Lady Sageleaf. He snaps his fingers. ASAP. You hear the pale man clear his throat across the circular chamber. Cleric, I am finished with my report. Give Viskin a thumbs up. Yeah, you obviously want to do the thing. Just stare at him. You know the thing. He holds up a hand to his mouth and mimics talking. Elaborate. He groans. You know the thing you clerics do with corpses? What it's called, when you speak with the dead? Speak with dead? Yeah, what's it called? Speak with dead. He glares at you. Are you making fun of me? No, it's called Speak with Dead. Oh, right. He closes his eyes and groans. Yeah, he's embarrassed. Or simply annoyed, either way. Nice. We'll see about that. I guess we will. But you get 5 questions from that spell, right? Well, with that, you should easily be able to figure out who, what, why, when, and so on. Perhaps Viskin can tell you something about that spell. I can't cast 3rd level spells yet, though. Oh, wait, but doesn't it take years to learn that shit? Give me an afternoon or 2. Well, aren't you just absolutely horrifying? Let me check the corpse again. Oh, yeah, why not? You lead the way. All right, let's get going. All right. This seems like a perfect time to stop.